At the time of recording today's episode, we're expecting some snow overnight, and the rest of the country have already had some snow. Let's hope this episode's going to warm us up. Hello and welcome to episode 51 of Making Chelsea Stand Proud. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have two games for you. It's the Champions League phase match day 3 of 8, and we are playing a Danish side, Brondby IF. We'll investigate a bit more about them in due course. And then it's a Premier League game against Manchester United, for the right to be chasing Manchester City at the top of the table. So, I think since you were last with us, we've played one game. Yes, one game since you were last with us. Last episode, we had a 2-0 win in the Champions League phase, or league phase. It's a bit of a mouthful, that, isn't it? A 2-0 win against them. 1-0, we played Southampton, and Kai Havertz getting the goal after 89 minutes, looking very much like a 0-0 draw. But we then have played Bournemouth and beaten them 4-1. That's following on from our 5-0 win against them earlier in the season. And Wesley Fofana, I think that must have been from corner, pretty sure. Yaron Timber getting his first goal of the season for us. Reece James and Gabriel Barbosa 2 minutes into injury time in the first half, and that was all we managed to score, but just as well we did. It was a good game. It was a good game. Wasn't looking at the dynamics, actually. I was going for the data hub because that does give us overall match momentum, and as you'll see, first 20 minutes or so we were 2-3 up, in fact. And motoring, but then Bournemouth got back in it, got that goal back after 28 minutes, and then we took control at the end of that first half, getting our fourth goal, as I said, 2 minutes into injury time from Gabriel Barbosa. Second half, we were pretty much in control, I think, 25, 30, 35 minutes. They had about 5 minutes of time, and it was pretty even right at the end, nothing doing, but we'd done the damage in the first half, thankfully, and didn't really cause us too much of a problem. So that is what's gone on since you were last with us. What has it meant to the league table? Well, it's quite interesting, actually, because after all of that, everybody has played 8 games, and we are in second place on 18 points, just 2 goals behind Manchester City, who are 1 point in front of us at the top of the table. And that's quite a little bit of a turnaround for us. So we're 1 point in front of Tottenham in third, and then 2 points in front of Liverpool, Brentford in fourth and fifth, Newcastle, Wolves in sixth and seventh on 15 points, 3 points in front of them. But as I've said before, it's still early days in the season, and a win and a loss can move you up and down the table fairly swiftly in this particular run of things going on. There's our 4-1 win against against Bournemouth, rather, not Blackburn. Manchester City, I think it was, they lost 3-1 at Everton, which has caused this caused for us to catch up, because you remember they were about 4 points in front of us at the top of the table, and we've managed to catch them a little bit. Today's opponents, Manchester United, down in 9th on 13 points. They've won 4, drawn 1, and lost 3 of their games so far this season against Liverpool, Manchester City and Aston Villa. Can we add to that list today? We will find out in due course. Manchester United, always a little bit of a annoying team for us, really. Before we play that Premier League game against Manchester United, we have a Champions League phase match against Brondby IF. And just to recap where we are in that, Most teams have played 2 games. You will notice that Real Madrid have played 3 at the top there on 9 points. Currently, we're in 17th. As explained before, the top 8 automatically qualify for the round of 16. The next 16 teams will play off against one another, and the 8 winners of those playoff matches will go through to join the top 8 in the last 16. So ideally, we want to finish in that top 8 if we possibly can. Today's opponents, Brondby IF, Danish side. They play in the 3F Superliga. There's nothing up on here, so I guess it's because we haven't got the Danish leagues loaded. Niels Fredriksson is their manager. Don't know a great deal about them, so we will find out on today's episode. They have beaten Dinamo Zagreb. They beat them 2-1, is that right? Let's check their scores out, shall we? Senior squad. Here we go. Sorry, they lost 2-1, but beat them 3-0 at their place. So they lost at home and beat them at their place, which is how they are. And that's in the playoffs. So there you go. Now they're in the league phase. They haven't done anyway. Lost to Shamrock Rovers by a goal to 0 and lost 3-1 to Dortmund. That is their history so far, and they've got Sevilla, Rosenborg, Bâle, Benfica and Juventus still to play in this competition. But interesting. We will see how we get on against them very shortly. And then, of course, that's that game against Manchester United. Previously this series, we've played them 5 times. Drew the first 2, 0-0, 3-3. Lost at Old Trafford 1-0 last season, I think it was. But this season, hopefully, we will be able to get the better of them. We did manage to beat them in the quarterfinal on penalties, 3-3. And then last time at Stamford Bridge, 4-1 on that occasion. Yeah, did the business on them that day, for sure. Right, without any more to do, I don't think there's anything else to tell you, really, other than we need to get a couple of decent results today. A good result in the Champions League will set us nicely going into the sort of second third of the competition, or the second quarter of the competition. And then a win against Manchester United would hopefully set us quite well up against Manchester City in the Premier League. Anyway, without any more to do, it's time to have a look at a team that will play Brondby IF from Denmark in this Champions League phase. And here's the team that will face Brondby IF in Denmark in this Champions League phase match, third match or match day of the campaign. And it's Mendy in goal. Chilwell, Kullaby, Timber and James are backline. Rice and Mount in front of them as the defensive midfielders. Fernandes is the central midfielder. Sterling and Koeman are attacking midfielders. Havertz is restored up front. Koeman... Just to mention that Koeman has played a lot on the left recently. Not had a good time. We've had a look at his form, and the last time he played really, really well, he played on the right-hand side. So that is where we are playing him today. He's can play either as an inverted winger or as a winger. Should we set him as a winger? Just see how he does on that right-hand side. On the bench then... Kana Sechi has picked up an injury, but he's fit enough if we do need him. Hopefully we won't need him. Fofana, Savic, Rodrigo, Garcia, Kante, Barbosa, Xhaka, Otavio, Broja, Cucurella and Kovacic are on the bench for this one. And this is how the two sides line up. They are playing a 5-2-3 formation. Two midfielders. One is a defensive midfielder. We're playing our 4-2-3-1. We're not actually. We're playing our normal formation, but that looked like a 4-2-3-1 on that screen. And the teams come onto the pitch. Brondby playing in their yellow kit. And a highlight in the first minute. I'm not quite sure what's gone on there. And a red card for Ben Chilwell. That's not good. So immediately we are in trouble. I hadn't really planned for that. Mark Cucurella can come on. The problem is who do we take off? We don't really want to take anybody off at this stage. I guess we could go, instead of defensive midfielders, we could just go to... All right. Oh, dear. Can any of these players play in that Declan Rice, for instance? No, he can only play back Koulibaly. Can Koulibaly play a left back? No. Oh, now we're in trouble. Reece James is only... He can play on that side, but he's not effective. Uran Timber. He can play on that side, Uran Timber. So, I'm thinking if we put Uran Timber out there, Koulibaly can come over to this side. We'll bring Declan Rice back into defence. And then what we'll do is we'll have to play like that at the moment. Thinking if we put him, and then I think probably what we'll do is put Mason Mount as a support role, just so that he can drop back in defence if we need him to. Right, okay, that's messed it up slightly, but let's see what we can do from here with a man down inside the first minute. We have a free kick. Mount with the free kick. 2 minutes on the clock. It's chipped over. It's cleared. As far as Sterling, though. Sterling comes into the area. He's had a shot, and it's gone over the top. Another free kick. Mount swings this one in. Koulibaly! It's come back off the woodwork, and it's only cleared as far as Mount. Mount to Koulibaly. And that highlight disappeared. Mendy. Out to Timber. Timber comes forward. Mount over the top, looking for Havertz. He's gone wide. Havertz has held up the ball. He's tripped outside the area. It's not a penalty. VAR will check it, but it's definitely not a penalty. It's outside the area. Like I said, it was outside the area. Could have told you that. We'd have the free kick. Mount with the free kick. Swung, and it's... Fernandes heads it in, and it's cleared. And we might need to change formation at half-time. Timber. Havertz. Back to Timber. Havertz into the area. And Havertz tried to curl that one in, and he's on his wrong foot, I think. Timber with a throw in again. A long throw looking for Enzo. Comes back out to Timber. Timber crosses it in. Enzo has a shot, but it's saved. Koeman. Mount. It's still alive. James. And I'm not sure why we keep getting the highlights cutting off right in the middle of an attack, which seems very, very strange. But anyway... we survived that first half, and what a dastardly first half it was too. 10 shots, 2 on target, 0.70, 66% of the possession. Brondby have had 1 shot, 1 on target, 0.04, 34% of the possession. Ben Chilwell getting sent off in the first minute, not good. Koeman with an early foray into the Brondby half, and we need... a win here to be a man down and not have too much impetus, and they're moving the ball around nicely here in the second half. Kurland, who's come on at half time, he's flashed that over the top, thankfully. Mount with a free kick, swings it in. It's cleared though, And they're going to come away with it again. But Mount wins that ball back. Kulabai, Rice tries to thread one through to Koeman, but it didn't get through. And we're on the back foot again. Sometimes looking like we are a man down, which we are, of course. But, no. It's come back off the woodwork. Timber. Back to Mendy. Mendy fires it forward. They have a free kick. Pingle, and it's headed over the top. Dearie me. Free kick now, just inside our own half. Kulabai. 63 minutes on the clock. Koeman comes forward with it. Looking for a bit of inspiration here. He's had a go from distance at never going to test the goalkeeper from there. And with 70 minutes on the clock, we've made 3 changes. Raheem Sterling has come off. Rodrigo comes on for him on the left-hand side of that attack in midfield. Mason Mount in central midfield comes off, and Kante comes on for him. And Kingsley Koeman, again, not having a good game, out on the right-hand side. Gabriel Barbosa comes on for him. Let's hope we can find a goal. It's only going to be 1 goal, but one's better than nothing. We have a corner now. Barbosa with the corner. Swings it in. It's cleared. But Rodrigo gets there. He's cut back inside. Rodrigo, it's gone in. That's the goal we needed. His 3rd goal of the season. And that's a little bit better. And it's the substitution that makes the difference. Lovely from Rodrigo here. Wins the ball. Cut inside. Makes the run for himself. Has a shot. Goalkeeper just can't deal with it. Puts it in the back of his net. Free kick now, just inside their half. James swings it in, but it's cleared. Kante wins that ball. Lot more impetus since the substitutes have come on. We've got to be careful here. James wins that ball back. It's given a little bit of extra impetus to the players already on the pitch. Enzo, James comes forward, finds Barbosa. Barbosa chips it in. It's gone in. Rodrigo scores his 2nd of the game, 4th of the season, and we go 2 up. So from nothing to 2 in fairly quick succession, and that's a bit more like it. It's taken the substitutes to change it up for us. Little bit of hunger, a bit of fortune, and we're 2-0 up. 78 minutes on the clock. They have a corner now. Orbe. It's swung out. Rice clears it. It's chipped back in. Cleared. But they still have the attack. It's crossed in. And it's cleared by Rice. Oh, into the area. Mendy doesn't... he's sat on it almost. It's been cleared now, though. Kante out to Havertz. Havertz. Come on. He can't get round his man. And with 84 minutes on the clock, we've made our final 2 changes. We have taken off Declan Rice, who's done a fine job in defence there, just recently keeping them at bay. But Eric Garcia comes on for him in defence. And we've also taken off Joran Timber, who was getting very, very tired. He's done a good job out as a makeshift left back, but Cucurella comes on for him. And we have a free kick just outside their area. James, and he has been known to score from these, but this time he's missed. 4 minutes of injury time. We're in the 2nd minute of that time. Rodrigo, Gabi, and Kurland has saved the day, but a tackle from Enzo. It was a bit of a dire one, and trying to get that... Rodrigo trying to get Havertz in, but didn't do it. And they're through here, but Kulabai tidies up. James finds Barbosa. But... Barbosa, what an individual goal that was. His 2nd goal of the season, 3-0, and it's flattering us, really. It wasn't really a 3-0 scoreline. I've been quite happy with 1. But Barbosa, this is a lovely individual goal. Went all the way, saw that Havertz was offside, and just put it in the net himself. And it is all over. And we've survived being a man down pretty much for 90-odd minutes. Rodrigo goals 75 and 79 really doing the damage. And then Barbosa getting the 3rd one to make it look very comfortable. 2 minutes into injury time. Barbosa having a great game once he come on in that second half, as did Rodrigo, really. So splendid stuff. That has given us a little bit of impetus. All I can say is with Chilwell being sent off, it was a good job we weren't playing somebody like Juventus or Real Madrid. We could have got really chunked away. Let's have a look and see how that's left the table. If you look at the formation stats down here, Havertz has a 7.0, Rodrigo 8.4, Barbosa an 8.5. Does that mean that we really, against Manchester United, potentially need to start them two in those positions? It's a thought. I do apologise. I jumped the screen. I'm not quite sure what I was doing, and we've ended up with this one. But it's fine. We can see what's going on. So this is how the table looks in the Champions League table, this new version, which I'm sure you've seen in other people's saves or you might have done yourself. So you'll maybe be familiar with it as it currently stands. But Real Madrid are top. They play 4 games, 4 of their 8 halfway through. They have a maximum 10 points, not maximum 10 points. It should be a maximum 12, of course. They have 10 points. They've drawn their game against Manchester City 1-1. Was that the last game that they played? Real Madrid and Manchester City it was, indeed. So we are currently 10th, closing in on this, and it's literally on goal difference. We need to score a few more goals, basically, and get ourselves into this top 8. Tottenham in 8th place, Paris Saint-Germain just in front of us. We do have to play them coming up very, very soon. Our next foray into this competition is against Bâle, who are 29th in the table at the moment. They're outside of the 24th place that they need to be in order to go into the knockout playoff stages. But as we'll see, we don't have any players, I don't think, players of the matches, clean sheets. Nathan Baker has a clean sheet. 6 clean sheets he's got for Rangers. That's interesting. Haaland has 2 goals, top of the Odegaard and Griezmann. Nobody appearing in there. So that's where we're at after 3 games. We have 8 games, isn't there? There are another 5 games to go in this competition. So we'll come back to that in due course and see how we get on with that. Our second game of the episode today is against Manchester United, as we've already said. And we really need to get a win in that match as well in order to keep the momentum going forward in the Premier League and keep the pressure up on Manchester City. And this is the side that will face Manchester United in this, the 9th match day of the Premier League. Mendy in goal then. Cucurella, who's come in for Chilwell, though he's not suspended. We've dropped him out basically because he got sent off so early. Timber, Fofana and James make up the rest of our defensive line. Kante playing in front of them as a defensive midfielder. You see we've changed formation very slightly. Instead of the 4-2-1-2-1, we've really gone to a 4-1-2-2-1. Or 4-2-1-3, whichever you want to think about it. Kante then as a defensive midfielder. Kovacic and Savic in front of him as the central midfielders. Rodrigo and Barbosa, who did such a good job coming on as substitutes against Brondby. We're hoping that they can do the same again today from the outset. Havertz leads the attack up front. And it's Karnacheski, Koulibaly, Chilwell, Xhaka, Fernandes, Rice, Broja, Sterling and Mount all on the bench. Garcia missing because he's picked up some food poisoning. And this is how the two sides line up against one another. Very similar lining up against. Pochettino is their manager. Their team looks like this. Henderson in goal. Shaw, Lindehoff, Varane and Dalot are the defensive. Casemiro plays as the defensive midfielder. Bernardo Fernandes and Eriksen as the central mids. Rashford and Sancho, the wide players. The player that we tried to sign but didn't want to come to us, he went to Manchester United instead. Jeremy Pino up front in attack. And then on the bench we have Kovar, Maguire, Hansen, Argun, Anthony, Fred, Mancini, Malika, Wan-Bissaka and McTominay. So that is the Manchester United team that faces Chelsea for this one. And early highlight, nearly 2 minutes in, and Manchester United have a throw in just inside our half, looking to come forward. Trying to keep them at bay, push them back a little bit for the moment, but it's gone out wide to Rashford. Rashford, he's had a shot, it's come in off the post, and he's got his third goal of the season. Inside 3 minutes, we're a goal down. Not the start that we wanted. Rashford, very clinical. And that was a missed tackle, which could have ended up in a penalty, to be fair, by James. But beating Mendy and in off the post. We have a free kick now. It's Havertz over the free kick. Oh, and a good save by Henderson. It's gone out for a corner. On target. And Barbosa with the corner. Swings in. It's deep. Didn't get to the defender. Sure, with that throw in. And tackles flying in there. Jeremy. It's gone out wide to Sancho, and it's gone again. Got to be careful here, but Kovacic is back defending and wins the ball with on the counter-attack. Havertz out wide to Gaban. Sergi! Oh, it's a question whether he's offside. Oh, no, he's not. Oh, no, he's not. For all the protests of the Manchester United players, Barbosa, he was onside when Barbosa headed that ball forward, and a great goal by Sergi. Look at the line now. Great run. There he is. He's onside. Look at that. When that ball's headed out. Fantastic. Would you believe it? Now Barbosa has picked up an injury. Oh, potential foot injury. He's going to be out for a while, isn't he? That's not good. We're going to have to do a substitution. And I suspect, if my memory... Raheem Sterling's going to come on for him on that right side. Oh, what a shame. Do we put him as a winger? Or do we leave him as an inverted winger? What's he best at? Sterling is better on the left, actually, as an inverted winger. We'll leave him as an inverted winger for now on that right side. See if he can get some impetus. And it's a shame because Barbosa was having a good game out there again. Oh, I feel really sorry for him. He's not had a lot of game time. He's managed to get on, and disappointing for Barbosa. Ericsson with the corner for Manchester United. Swung in, and Varane gets their second, and we go 2-1 down on the half-hour mark. Free kick from just inside their half. Fofana back to Timber. Rodrigo crosses it in. Sterling picks it up, finds Havertz, and he's been fouled. That's a penalty. Surely is a penalty. Played Havertz in, and Havertz was fouled. I'm not sure who fouled him. Definite penalty. We'll check in a minute to find out who it was that fouled him. Havertz. Oh, that was lucky. I thought the goalkeeper was going to save that. We're back on level terms again. He's 6th of the season. Goalkeeper guessing the right way. Just hit it hard enough to beat the goalkeeper. So we're just going to have a look at that passage of play again because I want to see who failed Havertz. Here's the ball. Rodrigo over the top. Comes back out. Sterling in. And who is that that's tackled him? Can we see? Oh, Varane, the scorer of the second goal. And he's failed Havertz. And it was a penalty that ensued. Varane with a free kick. Havertz wins the ball back. And we're on the counter. Sterling now. Sterling into the area. Has a shot. And Henderson saved it. It's gone out for a corner. James with the corner on this near side. It's going to be an outswinger. Outswings. Looking for Timber, but didn't quite get there. Kovacic. It's all over for the first half. And it's 12 shots, 5 on target, 1.58 on the XG, 49% possession. They've had 4 shots, 3 on target, 0.36, 51% of the possession. We've just been not that defensively sound. Marcus Rashford after 3 minutes and Varane from a corner after 30 minutes. But we've managed to get back on terms on both occasions. We need to power up a little bit in the second half. Just disappointing that we had Barbosa because he was going really well on that right wing. First highlight of the second half. 48 minutes on the clock. Or 49 really. And Manchester United lose the ball. Kovacic. Rodrigo. Oh, what a fantastic goal. Savic, he's second of the game. And that, well, oh, fantastic goal. Almost out of nothing. Rodrigo wins the ball back. Kovacic sees Sergi. Sergi primes himself and whacks that ball in. What a signing he's been. Timber with the free kick. Kante in the lead for the first time. Over the top. Havertz brings it down, looking for Sterling. He finds him in the end. Sterling crossed this ball in. Kovacic. Lovely curved ball. And surely that was a save. Timber. Kante. Sergi goes out wide to Rodrigo. Rodrigo comes inside. Oh! Cucurella, throw in, finds Sergi. Cucurella comes forward again. Kovacic in support. Kante curled it. It's a save by an offside. It's a goal kick. How can that be a goal kick? With 75 minutes on the clock, I'm not tempted to disrupt it too much, to be fair. We're playing well, and I think we just do a few tweaks. But at the moment, Reece James is tired. We might have to make some more changes in about 10 minutes' time just to finish off the game. But Reece James is off. We've brought on Koulibaly, who's come into centre defence, and Timber moves out to the right. Just wondering whether Fofana seems to be better on that right side for some reason or other. Koulibaly out to his left then. Cucurella we've changed to a bit of an attacking role. He's not having such a good game. But otherwise, we're leaving everybody else alone. The only other thing we've done is change Sterling to a winger as opposed to an inside inverted winger. So he'll stay out there a bit wide, get the crosses in, hopefully. But otherwise, so far so good. 3-2 lead with 75 minutes on the clock. Last 15 minutes. Let's see if we can get another goal and finish this game off. Kovacic with a free kick, swings it in. Ooh, that's Fofana just over the top. Cucurella with a throw-in, long throw. It's headed backwards, but Sancho wins the ball. We've got to be careful here on the break, but Koulibaly is equal to it. Koulibaly inside to Sergi. Sergi's a bit lackluster. Didn't get there, but it's still back in there. Sergi to Rodrigo. Yow! That looked like it was going in. Cucurella with a throw-in. It's going to be a long throw again, I think. It is. Into the area. Sterling comes out, wins the ball. Crosses it back in, looking for Sergi. Didn't find him, but Sergi is going to win it. He's on a hat-trick, of course. Kante out wide to Sterling. Sterling into Havertz. And it's been deflected. Surely that... Oh, is it offside? And with 85, nearly 86 minutes on the clock, we've made the rest of our changes. That enforced change, Barbosa, of course, in the first half, but bit of a shame. But this is how we have changed it up. Coming on, Declan Rice has come on for Kovacic. Mateo Kovacic. But he has then swapped back to the defensive midfield role. Kante has come off and Xhaka has come on for him. And then we've finally taken off Rodrigo, who was also getting very tired out on that left side, and brought on Mason Mount. They are our final changes. Can we see this game out? I'm hoping so. I think the only other thing that we might do is just drop down to a positive just to see the game out. That's the plan. And indeed, we have no more highlights. That is how it has all finished up. 3-2 then. And that Savic, who's fantastic goal. Both of those were quite good. The second goal was absolutely mesmerising, absolutely from nothing. Wins the game for us, and a well-deserved 9.4 player of the match. 4 key passes, one clear-cut chance. The other thing to say, you can't really see it on this one, I don't think. Yes, we can. Woodwork. We hit the woodwork 3 times. I thought Henderson was making saves in that goal, but actually what it turned out to be was we were hitting the woodwork. Some lovely moves and absolutely fantastic. Maybe that is the setup we need to be going forward. We'll see. We'll work it out from there. But yeah, good stuff. 26 shots. I mean, that is absolutely phenomenal. Admittedly, only 9 of them on target. I'd have liked more, but I will go with it. 26 shots, 9 on target, 2.81, 50% of the possession. 4 shots, 3 on target for Manchester United. 0.36, 50% of the possession. I'm happy with that. That was good. I wasn't really expecting it. I was expecting it tough. And when Marcus Rashford scored after 3 minutes, I thought we were in desperate trouble. But we did actually manage to sort it out. So I'm very, very pleased. Well, we've had the early game. The rest of the games that are being played after us. And we go top of the table, if only temporarily. Manchester City still have to play. But we've gone top, 21 points from our first 9 games. A little bit of a wobble, but we seem to have rectified that wobble for now anyway. And I think the new players starting to gel, if not consistently on form. But this man, Milinkovic-Savic, what a signing he was. And I'm so pleased. Absolutely phenomenal goal, that second one. And I think we should be more than pleased with him. Let's just go forward a little bit. Well, the other games are on today's games to be played. And then we'll come back and have a look how that affects the table. And with the rest of the results in from today's matches, Manchester City beating Bournemouth by 3-1. That man Haaland 2, Mahrez getting the other one. Well, yeah, that means we've gone back down into second place, but we are giving them a bit of a run for their money. Just a point behind them and 3 goals on goal difference. So we need to score a few goals somewhere. But we'll keep pumping away at them. But we're 3 points clear now. Wolves in third place. Tottenham fourth on 17 points. And then come Liverpool and Brentford. Liverpool still have a game to play. They must be playing on Sunday, I'm guessing. So if they win their game, they will only be 2 points behind us. So they could overtake us if we were to lose a match. But at the moment, we've got a little bit of a gap opening up between us and third place. And Wolves continue on a very good form at the moment. So that's how we end the episode. In second place, temporarily in first. So we've touched the heights. But we want to get there and stay there. But we need Manchester City to slip up. That's not going to be easy said, is it? Anyway, that's how it stands for the minute. We're going to come back for the EFL Cup 4th round against Wigan. And then a Premier League game against Everton. And then we'll have, following that, back-to-back episodes, of course, Bale and Fulham in the game after that. The Champions League league phase. 4th match, halfway through the thing. We'll see where we are set up after playing Bale away from home in Switzerland. We'll be making that trip before we then play Fulham in the Premier League. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe and hit the notification button. That will keep you up to date with all future episodes of this and any new series that we might release. New episodes of Making Chelsea Stand Proud, currently released every Tuesday and Friday at 4:15 p.m. And if you want to keep up to date with what's happening on this channel, you need to follow me on Twitter at JustOffsideFM. That'll keep you up to date with all that's happening. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It'll be episode 52. And it's out on Tuesday. Until then, I wish you a very good weekend. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.